first civilized life in America. That's the cradle of all in America, okay, in ancient America, which is geologically the oldest of the continents. I remember geologically meaning the land is the oldest out of the primordial waters. It's the oldest. They found it. The most renowned geologist, Luis Agassiz, told us. The Mayak, the Mayas, isn't their story? They tell us they came out of the bottom of the sea, their land, Mayak. And it's proven geologically. There's a part in Canada, one of the oldest parts in the world that came out of the water. That's what they're saying according to their science. And that ages ago, the portion of this continent on which the first civilizers appeared was sunk beneath the waters of the Atlantic Ocean. All right, so they're saying something happened. Usually the engulfing of this portion of the land is supposed to have been affected by some tremendous convulsion of nature, and there is appeal to recollections of such a catastrophe, said to have been preserved in the old books of Central America. And it is. We've talked over this. And also in those of Egypt, from which Solon received an account of the lost Atlantis. Now, according to this hypothesis, the American continent formerly extended from Mexico, Central America, and New Granada far into the Atlantic Ocean, toward Europe and Africa, covering all the space now occupied by the Caribbean Sea, the Gulf of Mexico, and the West India Islands. So they're saying that America extended that far. You hear what they're telling you, right? So it was still part of America. And going far beyond them toward the east and northeast, this lost portion, all right, this lost portion of America, remember, it's just an extension of America. This lost portion of the continent was the Atlantis, of which the old annals of Egypt told so much in the time of Solon. They're letting you know this is the actual place they were calling Atlantis. It was just an extension, a lost portion of America. These are the same stories of the old annals of Egypt that Plato told us. And it was the original seat of the first human civilization, the original seat. Just like the Egyptians said that the ancestors, their ancient ancestors, were from a western distant land where the first the people of the earth came about, which after the great cataclysm was renewed and perpetuated in the region where we now trace the mysterious remains of ancient cities. Those desiring to know what can be said in support of this view of ancient America must read the later volumes of Brasseur de Bourbourg, especially his Quatre Lettres sur le Mexique and his Sources de la Historia Primitive du Mexique. So we're going to get this book, we're going to get the full translation, even if we have to translate it from French. I got the actual books. These are in the archives, and we're able to